Everybody, this is the Comic Book Show. Welcome back to the Comic Book Show. Little thing, we did a really long episode this time, so we're actually going to split it in two. So what you're seeing right now is part one, and then next week you'll see part two. So we got a lot of questions. Thank you for sending all those in. We really appreciate it.
Love you.
And we will answer some of those now and some of those next week.
Get excited.
Come back next week and
keep reading comics. Love you.
good luck.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tales from the Long Box. I'm Michael. That's Marshall.
It's me, Marshall. I'm Tales from the Long Box.
And it's me, Michael. I'm also Tales from the Long Box. We're two tales, one box. And this... Oh, zoom in. Zoom in, enhance on that face.
I'm just paying attention.
Oh, good. And this is our 100 subscriber extravaganza.
Whoa!
We're so good. No, you got up and did the full dance last time. Yeah. This is every function that I've seen you dance at, you get the same dance. It's fantastic.
I've only got so much power.
You know your brand and you live in it, and I respect it.
We last week asked for some questions for you guys to send in some questions that we could answer for our 100 subscriber celebration.
Yes.
We're at 112 now, so for the 12 of you that showed up since then, thanks and welcome.
You all rock so much.
You know, when we hit 200, then you can send in your questions.
Yeah, but you gotta wait
until then.
Don't ask anything.
No questions. Just
Only
suggestions.
And statements, maybe.
Yeah, that's allowed.
Imperative commands, perhaps. Whatever you're into.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
No, in all seriousness, though, we love you guys. Thank you for subscribing and being part of the journey of the show. Yes, we know you could spend your time watching/listening to anything.
Yeah,
and so we're honored that you've chosen us.
Batman.
Yep.
The filmography of Lars von Trier.
Nobody knows him. You know what people know?
Not
though?
What I would spend my time watching.
Minecraft movie. Minecraft movie is actually Marshall's favorite movie of 2025. He thinks it's gonna get an Academy Award.
Best original song, Steve's Lava Chicken. It's tasty as hell.
It's so catchy. I hate it.
It's really pretty good. Yeah, what I will also say is we did a bit of a slight rebrand. We're still Tales from the Long Box on this show, but the channel overall is called Long Box Studios. So you can check that out because we're also going to be having other things on this channel. I'm going to be streaming my art again at some point here. I've got a video that I've been writing for a while about comics and coloring that has become a deeper and deeper dive as I've gotten into it. So it's, been delayed quite significantly, but yeah, thanks for being here. Check out the show and tell all your friends about Long Box Studios.
Yes, please do.
So it's pretty good.
Absolutely.
And Michael, I would like to hear a question.
I would like to jump into our Q&A.
Okay.
The first question we received is, what is something as a future comic book artist/writer that you're looking forward to bringing to the game that you think the comic book world really needs? Mm-hmm. Some as a future artist and writer. That you're looking forward to bring to the game that you think the comic world really needs. Yeah. I don't know how much we've talked about like our ambition to actually do our own comic.
I've mentioned it offhand a few different times even on like the other show that I work on.
Yeah.
It got brought up this past episode.
Totally. And it's something we've been cooking for like as long as we've known each other, maybe like 4 years now. And so that's always in the works, but yeah, what do you think will make you as an artist a game changer?
I don't know about a game changer. I don't think that I'm that important necessarily.
Okay, well I do.
Oh boy. I don't know. I feel like there's we have quite a few questions that have to do with manga in one way or another.
Yeah.
And not to skip ahead a little bit, but one of the things that manga does that has started to really influence Western comics is how dynamic the work is. Like it's so like physical. You can really feel what's happening in it. I mean, you look at Otomo or Miura or I can't remember the guy's name who did Dragon Ball, but even Dragon Ball, like if you look at the manga for Dragon Ball, really dynamic stuff, really incredible stuff.
Yeah.
And Western comics has slowly started to get more and more like that, especially with people like Dan Mora over here and Jorge Jimenez as well. Jimenez especially has a very manga influence style. Both of these guys do. I know that Dan Mora specifically loves anime, loves manga. So I think what I love in comics a lot of times is the stuff that feels more classic. So that's kind of the way that my style plays out a lot of times. If you look at my stuff, there is, even in the way that I design characters or my versions of characters, there's a very classic feel to them. It's kind of generally the OG designs, but slightly updated, kind of the way that Mora designs his characters. So, I mean, if I'm bringing anything to comics, it's kind of a return to a more OG feel. And I don't think I'm, as good as somebody like John Buscema or John Byrne or, all the different people named John from the classic days of Marvel. But that kind of look is the stuff that I really like, where it's like the superheroes look like classic movie stars, and they are very like, I don't know, just the proportions aren't crazy out of whack. Just, drawing comics the Marvel way, the book, that is the kind of style that I really love.
Yes. Yeah. Did that like influence your upbringing as an artist? Was like looking through that book, or was
Not
that
really?
Okay.
Do we have it here?
I don't know if we do.
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, stellar. I set these books out every week and I had no idea that was there.
Pretty good. So the art in this is by John Buscema. It's just great stuff. It's really fun. And the way that they go through everything is actually really good. Like the fact that they make you learn the fundamentals before they even get to the human figure and all that stuff, show you how to make really dynamic poses and everything. There's just pages of like thumbnail sketches of poses at a point in here. And I've used that many times to find like reference and everything.
Yeah.
Even the thumbnails and stuff. But just such gorgeous stuff.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And the thing is, I did not grow up with this book. Yeah. I came to this much later and opened up the front page where it just tells you
on the back.
Yeah, right. The front page just shows you like, hey, here's all the tools you need. Here's a T-square. Here's the kind of ink. Here's everything. I'm like, that would have been useful instead of just having to like scrounge that information up from forum posts and talking to artists and stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
So it was kind of annoying. But I think that the thing that when you look at kind of the layouts on this by Buscema, the thing that sticks out to me is that these guys back then weren't like comic book artists necessarily. They weren't superhero artists. They were just really good illustrators.
Yeah.
And this happens to be the stuff that they got into. Like for so many of the guys back in this era, in like the 60s and 70s, it was a job. Like you were a working artist, and this was the thing you were doing. A lot of these guys were doing romance books before this. John Romita famously was a very popular romance artist, which is why, Mary Jane Watson looks the way she does. So that kind of workman, down to basics, really good fundamentals kind of drawing is really attractive to me.
Yeah.
Where I feel like a lot of modern people are learning from these guys, but from them in the capacity of superhero comic book artists.
Yeah.
And then from manga becoming much more popular across the world as well. So you get those more over the top stylistic things. And I love that stuff too. Tim Sale's one of my favorite artists. His stuff is not like this at all.
Totally. Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me, it's just that more like classic feeling. And I'm not there, but I'm working on it.
Sure.
That's my deal.
Now, who are you better than? Like, which famous artists have you topped? Like, let's start some beef, please.
Probably Calvin. If anybody knows Calvin,
easy.
Great artist named Calvin.
Well,
I'm a lot better than
an
Calvin.
artist named. No, I'm kidding. I don't know Calvin well enough to start beef. I think he's terrific from the few conversations I've had with him.
Calvin is very good. The problem is that I'm better.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so
that's the beef.
I don't know what to tell you,
That's
pal.
so good.
I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry about that, Calvin.
I don't know. I don't think that there's any. I think all the greats that I can think of. I know, but maybe there are people. Rob Liefeld. There's your answer.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I figured it out. I was like, who has a weird style?
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking about Bill Sienkiewicz, and that's incredible work.
Yeah.
And it's Rob Liefeld.
I just grabbed the low-hanging fruit. Why don't you, Marshall?
I've surpassed Rob Liefeld. A lot of the people of that extreme era. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
I think I'm better than Todd McFarlane. I don't know about that.
That's a hot one.
A little bit.
You could have a little competition between you and Todd.
I'll do what I have to. I'll debate him.
Please do.
Michael, Tell me about writing.
I think I as a writer, it's hard to say like what I would want to bring that's new.
Yeah.
Because so many different genres within comics do different things either really well or really poorly, like in different ways. Like I think that superhero comics, for example, do a great job of world building for themselves, but they don't do a great job of like being like the Thor comics aren't great Norse mythology representations.
Sure.
For example. So when I think back to like my classics courses in college, that sort of thing, like I would love to like more faithfully bring some of that stuff to life that was like in the classical canon and that sort of thing.
So like more like so adaptation.
I think adaptation, but even like building on it, it's like I think of like books like Percy Jackson and things like that do a great job of like building on what was already there.
Interesting.
But writing new stories. I would love to do like something of that sort that takes what's already been written and makes something really new and fun out of it, but still like keeps access to the source material.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. That's the kind of thing that I love doing, especially as somebody who grew up on like the Percy Jackson books. I think that has impacted my journey in a huge way. And I feel like giving back to that would be really, really fun.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Totally. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
When I think of like writers like, I don't know, like Eastman and Laird for an example. Those guys, I don't know what you're going to pull out here.
Keep going.
Okay, I shall. Eastman and Laird, like they're just, they wanted to break into the Marvel and DC space, and it set them down a path to just doing it independent, like doing their own independent thing without relying on those big publishers.
Yeah.
And I find that super inspiring as a writer, that you don't have to like jump into what already exists as a very successful franchise. Like you can start your own. Maybe it's harder now. I don't know. Like I can't say that as a fact. I would speculate that it's probably more challenging in a lot of ways in 2025 than it was in the 1970s when those guys started doing it, just with a more saturated market, more like genres in general that people engage with their art, more ways in which people engage with art, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that presents challenges of its own. But like surpassing those, I think would be a really fun experience and like a really fun way to jump into doing that as part of the career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then with Eastman and Laird, even like the idea, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a stupid idea.
So dumb.
It's really dumb.
Why would that work?
Because they're really ultimately, they're ripping this guy.
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
They're taking Frank Miller's Daredevil especially, and doing their version of that with their dumb guys, not necessarily thinking that it's going to be huge and popular, but then it ends up getting big. Yeah. So like you don't have to have some great revolutionary crazy idea. And maybe you do, but I don't think that Eastman and Laird thought, this is going to change the world. Yeah. Not everything ends up being revolutionary starts out in that place. And it can be something weird and goofy. Yeah. And, Daredevil was weird and goofy in the first place, and then you can turn him into a turtle and it's even better.
It's perfect. Absolutely.
And to your other thing about the mythology and Thor, I do happen to have here the Thor by Walt Simonson
that
omnibus.
Thing is colossal.
It is colossal. It's slightly controversial because it's been recolored. I'm going to be talking about this book extensively in my comics coloring and recoloring video.
I can't wait for that.
I think you're going to find it really fascinating.
Yeah, I'm jazzed.
So you can take that and flip through it a little bit.
Thank you. It is such a good, even looking at this cover, great superhero cover.
Yeah.
These are none of the characters that I learned about so extensively
would
from
you
history.
Guess that is the mighty Thor, other than the fact that he has a hammer?
If I'd never seen him before, I maybe could guess it just with the Viking vibes, but that's a long shot,
But what Viking vibes?
Like
he's a Shakespearean
the winged
character.
helmet and everything like that. Yeah, no, 100%. He is. He's written like a Shakespearean character. It's like write him like a Viking.
Yeah. But the thing I was going to say about this, you talked about taking the more real stories and adapting them and changing them and messing with them that way. Simonson has gone on and kind of done that with Norse mythology. He's done a book called Ragnarok, which is like the Ragnarok happens basically, but Thor is not there. So the world serpent does not get defeated and sent back in time or whatever and all that different stuff. And the bad guys basically win, and Thor comes back and is like, oh crap. So he's kind of like gone and done that thing. So he did like the definitive, I can take that off your hands.
Oh no, I was chilling with it.
He's done what is often seen as like the definitive run on Thor comic books. And then he's kind of gone on to do the thing that you're talking about. So like there's space and time for that kind of thing. But that's the only kind of thing that I can really think of that has existed like that. So I would be really fascinated to see what that would be and then draw it.
Dude, everything that we just said, we have got to actually put in our book.
Yeah.
Once we get
the pirate book.
You guys could be our pirate book, could be our Muppet mystery book that you thought of.
Yeah.
We need
the rights for that one.
They just little yeah, no kidding. You can draw new puppets, right?
But then they tried that with the Happy Time Murders, and the novelty is the fact that it is the Muppets.
That's not you, though.
When you're watching The Great Muppet Caper, it's just a heist movie, a detective heist movie, but it's the Muppets. And that's the reason it's entertaining.
Yeah.
The plot is nothing.
Totally.
And if you just have a bog standard plot and then make it puppets, it's not special. It's special because it's Kermit the Frog doing these things.
I can concede to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question.
We'll get Disney in there. We'll get them to sign off on our really, really good idea.
Walter, hey, give me your Muppets.
Hey, Bob Iger, would you mind signing off on this?
No, you got to talk to Walt.
Who's like actual Walter
Mr.
Elias Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, heavens. Be my Ouija board.
Well,
Marshall, what's your favorite non-superhero comic series / book?
The Department of Truth. Next question.
Why are you stealing my answers? You fool.
It's really good.
It's really good, dude.
Different book by the same guy, Nice House on the Lake.
Yes, also really good, though.
Another book by the same guy, Nice House by the Sea.
I would also throw in TMNT. I'm gonna be going back to that.
Is TMNT not a superhero book?
Oh, you're right. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's more of a samurai book. Or a ninja book, I should say. That's probably more.
I mean, yeah, but I think that they're superheroes. If you show up in the DC Injustice game as a DLC, then I feel like you is superhero adjacent.
Yeah, they're adjacent for sure. Yeah. You're right. I concede to that. Yeah.
I mean, if we're including manga as well.
Oh, do you have it over here?
This guy right here, Lone Wolf and Cub, really, really good. If we're talking about ninjas and samurai and stuff like that. The Inkle is another one. Jarodowski and Mobius, one of the all-time French comic books. Yeah. The French are really good at comics. Mm-hmm. It's annoying how good the French are at comics. They also get really good hardcover editions that we don't get. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
They get beautiful covers on their hardcover editions, and we get trade paperbacks. What the heck?
It's rude.
We invented superheroes. Okay? Those are really good books. Department of Truth is fantastic. I don't want to spoil. This is the thing. If you try to tell people about it, you're kind of ruining the incredible twist that happens in the first issue.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like a political thriller and takes the idea of perception as reality quite literally. Yeah. So check it out. It's extremely good. Yeah. I have a lot of issues of it here, actually, that I haven't caught up with. Mm-hmm. Because I've just been so behind. Yeah. But it's fantastic, really good. James Tynion's stuff in general is really good. He's really good at writing really good horror books. And the art's fantastic by Martin Simmons.
Yes.
The original art of that book is massive, like giant on like plasterboard, painted physical pieces. They're insane.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
That was my first foray into like not exactly family friendly comic books.
So it's grown up.
Like reader discretion advised, I guess, if you do go like try out Department of Truth, because it's haunting in a lot of cases.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But if you're somebody who likes
Satanic Panic.
That I was gonna just like conspiracy theories, like conspiracy theories and cryptids are really good for the Department of Truth.
It's all in there. It's very good.
Yeah, it really, really is. I dig those. Here's a question for you. Okay. What makes comics a special medium to engage with over reading, watching, and any others?
Probably that glossy paper.
It's nice.
You don't get that in movies.
A little shine.
Movies don't have any paper at all.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, not always.
No. There's no paper when you watch a movie. There's not paper. You can't touch the paper.
I mean, trying to think of examples. Paper. Yeah.
All right, next question.
The glossy paper is great.
Real answer.
Yeah.
There's a certain kind of like participation that the audience takes in comics that doesn't exist in a novel, doesn't exist in movies, where, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there's just a different kind of thing that happens where our brains are filling in so much of what's going on, and the artist is directing your eye in such a specific way. It's just such a weird amalgamation of different mediums that can do something so uniquely that other things can't do.
Yeah.
Was that a vague enough answer for you?
I think that's a great answer. Yeah. I think with the proviso, the quid pro quo. No, it's not that. The caveat, that's the word. Of when it's done well. When it's done well, it does those things like maybe better than other mediums do. Sometimes it's not done well. Sometimes it's cheap, and those are not good books. Well, just like with anything else, any medium has its advantages and disadvantages, and has its stinkers. And comics, I feel like modern comics have a lot of stinkers.
Yeah, and I think that's. I saw something recently. Somebody talking about like, talking to their parents or their mom or somebody and saying like, man, music in the 80s was so good. You got like Duran Duran and Bruce Springsteen, like naming off all these people. And their response was, oh, well, I mean, you only know the music that survived the 80s.
Yeah.
So I
like that.
That's the thing that I always think about, is that we're looking at things with rose-colored glasses of like, this is the way that this thing was. Like we know all of the great books, especially comics from the 80s, like so many great books from the 80s. But were there also a bunch of junk? Probably also. Does that mean that there's not more junk being made now? Not necessarily.
For sure.
But also, I know that there's a concentration of really good stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happens every year with the Oscars, is that general audiences see the things nominated for Best Picture, and they're like, I've never even heard of that. What the heck is that?
Totally.
And these are the same people then who are running around being like, they don't even make good movies anymore. Movies suck now.
Yeah.
They don't make movies like they used to. Man, what happened to Anthony Hopkins movies? Like, I miss Cary Grant and his films. And it's like, they do make that's the Oscar things. Yeah. Like, and even the stuff that doesn't get nominated there's stuff below the surface that if you're not actively looking for it, you're not going to find it. But those are the things that are ultimately going to stand the test of time. Yeah. So when you look at modern books coming out now, like the stuff that I grew up reading is now thought of as a classic in a lot of ways. And the stuff that was not as good at that time, people forgot about. Yeah. Like people don't talk about the New 52 Wonder Woman book. Do we talk about New 52 Batman? A lot. Do we talk about New 52 Superman? Not really.
Sometimes.
Do we talk about New 52 Action Comics by Grant Morrison? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So I think there's always going to be things that rise to the top of the crop, and I think there's always going to be stuff that is just kind of nothing.
Yeah.
And there's certainly a higher concentration of great stuff at certain times than other times. Like if I was going to pick a decade for movies, it would be the 70s. Of when a lot of the all-time greats were created. I had that conversation with Braden one time. If I got one consecutive 10 years at any point, what would I choose? And I chose 1973 to 1983.
A good choice.
Well, I don't think you get The Godfather Part 1, but you get Godfather 2. And then that was my thought, is like, I'm thinking about Star Wars.
It insists upon itself, The Godfather does. You know.
But that's the thing. I mean, if you want to go back to that a little bit, it's because it's actually that good.
Yes, because it is good.
That's the thing.
Part 2.
You know?
I hear
both of them.
I haven't seen Part 3. I'm sorry.
That's fine, Michael.
I need to. One of these days.
It's nothing.
Oh, okay. So that's not. So you're saying Part 1 and Part 2 are actually high quality?
Yeah,
those I agree with. Yeah.
Part 3 is whatever.
Yeah. 84 and 85. That's where I'm like, I like 75 to 85. I think was my answer to that. To when Braden had that question.
Yeah.
Similar, but I feel like 84 and 85 just had a ton. Back to the Future.
Yeah. I feel like you have a lot more 80s nostalgia for like that kind of movie, yeah. But I just don't. Like, I'm not a Goonies guy. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't like it.
Not a Gooner, famously.
Yeah, not at all. Liverpool fan. I took that in a nice version.
You don't think that's Michael. What I meant?
You're right. Michael he knows all about Arsenal.
I love soccer.
He knows all about Arsenal, the Gunners,
Sorry.
the fans called
Football.
the Gooners. Michael knows all about that, guys.
I do.
What was the question that we were talking about?
We were talking about what makes comics a special medium. Next one, though.
I think probably the pretty pictures.
I think the pretty pictures and the glossy paper.
Yeah.
They make my brain happy.
Glossy paper, pretty pictures.
Yep.
Yeah. Next.
Bright colors. If you had an idea for a comic book or manga, what writer and illustrator would you trust to bring it to life? Give me a dream team combo right now.
Living or dead?
Yeah, let's say living or dead. Stan and Jack.
Nope.
No?
One half of that team I might choose.
No.
You're going to choose Stan Lee to write your book?
I just know you're famously a Stan Lee hater.
I'm not a Stan Lee hater.
Yeah.
I just don't think that he's necessarily a good writer by today's standards.
That's what every hater has said about him.
I could say a lot about Stan Lee.
I want a sign above you that says hater right now. Ding.
I love Stan and what he did for the industry, but Stan's a businessman and not as much a writer.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
He's a great personality for the face of a company.
Yes.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who would I choose? I don't know. I wouldn't choose Jack. I really like Jack Kirby, of course, obviously. I'm not a dumb guy. But his style is a little too cartoon for me for a book that I want to do. Maybe, because you also have to think about what is the book a little bit. Because if it's a superhero book, I'm going to choose very differently than if it's the noir supernatural thing that I've come up with. And if that's the thing that I'm thinking of, then I'm thinking of people like John Cassaday, Sean Phillips, who else? Steve Epting is really good for that kind of thing. And then for writer is tough because I feel like if it's not me writing my idea, then I mean, I might go Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker, like just go very in that style and world of thing. Like if I'm doing a noir thing, then I should choose the guys who do great noir crime dramas.
Yes.
And that's Brubaker and Phillips.
Or Frank Miller.
Frank, that's very highly stylized though. And his style of writing, I don't think fits the thing that I've come up with.
Sure.
Which is much more in the vein of noir stuff, but not like Sin City is so like, it's very intentionally living in the tropes of that stuff with like Marv's really intense narration and stuff like that. And that's not really where my book would live. My book isn't as much a Bogart as it is like a Hitchcock, I think, type thing. If that didn't make sense to you, sorry. Very specific references that our audience may or may not understand.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
If not,
watch The Maltese Falcon.
Yes, please.
Watch The Man Who Knew Too Much. Watch Rear Window. Watch Vertigo.
Yes.
Those movies.
Yeah.
Watch those ones. The African Queen, Casablanca, other Humphrey Bogart joints.
Here's looking at you, kid.
That is Casablanca.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do another one.
We'll always have Paris.
That's also Casablanca. One more.
Rosebud.
Yes, my favorite Humphrey Bogart movie,
Yeah.
Citizen Kane.
Yes, you love it.
Yeah. Good, Michael.
These are great answers.
Good answer.
As I was using your answer time to think of my own answer because I'm like, what artist could do the things that I want to bring about?
Yeah.
I feel like the tone for most of my things fits in Alan Moore really well.
Interesting.
Alan Moore can do a large scope in a really good way. And I like a thing that is a large scope.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, I cooked up an idea for like a cosmic horror that I thought would be so much fun. feel like Alan Moore can do a cosmic horror. We talked about that a little bit with Swamp Thing. Yeah, 100%.
Interesting.
And I mean, I think in the same vein, we talked about Department of Truth, and that's got my wheels turning about like whoever that artist is. Put their name again right here. Martin Simmons from the Department of Truth would be my chosen artist. That's the one.
Yeah. Interesting. So Alan Moore and Martin Simmons.
Wouldn't that be just the freakiest duo you can come up with? Yeah. It's like, yeah, scary. Hopefully my hope is scary when it needs to be.
Yeah.
But overall, just like successfully taking itself seriously without being gloomy, you know what I mean? Like hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it really does depend on the story at the end of the day. As a writer, I'm like, how do I successfully like bring about that tone?
Yeah.
And I think that duo could probably do that.
Yeah. What if it's a superhero book? Because both of our ideas, interestingly, are not superhero stories.
That's so true.
So what?
Why are we like that? I don't know why we do that.
We're just better than everybody else.
That's so real.
I guess.
Preach.
So what if it's a superhero book? What are you thinking?
Well, it's hard for me to not say Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale.
Really?
They're so good together. They just do their thing, you know?
Yeah.
But then I think of an Alex Ross. I love an Alex Ross. Give me a Jeff Loeb.
I don't know if I'd choose Alex Ross.
Give me a Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale joint with Alex Ross doing the cover.
Yeah.
That's
good.
That's my whole life. That's everything I need right there, you know?
Huh.
That sounds like a delight.
That's really interesting.
So if those three men watch our show, please reach out and let's make that happen.
Tim,
that would be so good.
Tim, if you're watching from heaven.
No, I forgot.
I don't know what I would choose. I don't know who I would choose for a superhero book.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to do a second artist for the cover now.
I think, cover artist. I might choose Alex Ross for covers.
He just does such a good
That or maybe Goran Parlov. I really like Goran Parlov. Kind of a weird pull.
What did he do? I don't know if I...
Punisher Max from a while back. You'd reckon his stuff is so cool.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. The first artist that came to mind, who was it? I had something and then I lost it.
Mm.
It was not John Buscema. Oh no, I was thinking of writers. I think maybe Grant Morrison.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice for G. Moore.
Maybe Grant Morrison, and then artist. Maybe. Oh man, it's tough. If it's because if it's a superhero book, superhero specifically. So I would say Grant Morrison as the writer, because I really like what they do with like continuity stuff and the way that Morrison is able to really take the entire history of comics and weave it into, oh man, or Mark Waid. Oh man.
Picking between those two.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I said Morrison, I'll stick with Morrison, but a close second is Mark Waid.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these people really like have an encyclopedic knowledge of especially the DC universe and would be able to really take a wide swath of that world and weave that into their stories. And I really like that.
Yeah.
For artists,
you like a Mazzucchelli. I know that about you.
I really love Mazzucchelli. I don't think I would choose him for this kind of thing. Like that's the weird thing about him is that I wouldn't choose him for a superhero book.
Sure.
Which I feel like is why Year One works so well, because he does kind of live in that more noir, Sean Phillips type world.
Totally. Yeah.
I mean, but he also did Born Again, which is extremely good. Oh man. What artist would I choose? What do I got around here? Buscema, John Romita. Oh man. I wouldn't choose Daniel Warren Johnson.
Capullo?
I don't know if I'd choose Capullo if FCO is coloring.
Yeah.
Maybe Ryan Otley. No, I don't think Otley either. I might go, man, because I'm trying to think of what I think of old classic type people. Their stuff isn't quite as dynamic as modern day stuff. So if I can find someone that's in between those two things, that's what I would love. Chris Samney. I choose Chris Samney.
What's Chris Samney doing?
Chris Samney has done a lot of comics. Chris Samney is a master of negative space. Most recently, just finished up a run with Mark Waid on Batman and Robin Year One.
Oh, fun.
Fantastic book, which I'd love to talk about on the show. The trade is coming out in December, and I will be purchasing it.
Yes,
It is so good. Yeah. His stuff is fantastic. He has a very classic feel to his stuff. It's kind of, I would kind of call him in certain ways like a modern day Mazzucchelli.
Sure.
I think, I'm going to say, man, Grant Morrison with him is an interesting choice too. Yeah. I'm going to say Grant Morrison and Chris Samney.
I like this game.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And on any character.
It's like a really dorky version of, who's the ultimate team up?
Yeah.
Or like, fantasy football. Yeah. Fantasy
so what
football,
is the,
but for artists.
What was the two that you said?
I said,
did you choose a superhero one?
Yeah. What did I say? Alex Ross for the cover.
Yes. Alex Ross on covers, Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb.
Is that what I said? I think
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
What character? That's what we have to choose now.
Oh, heavens. All right. We're going deep on this. Man, I love, about me that I love a Daredevil. I feel like I could crank out a really good idea for because in this, I feel like in this idea, we're just coming up with a concept with the bones of the idea.
Sure.
And we're
because
letting
they have worked on a Daredevil book together.
Yes, absolutely.
They did Daredevil Yellow.
Yep. So we're letting our teams here, our fantasy teams, execute on the actual writing and the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did do Daredevil Yellow.
Yeah, so I feel like you can't choose Daredevil.
Shoot.
Like if I said Mark Waid and Chris Samney, then I wouldn't be able to say Batman.
Yeah.
I know.
What have Sale and Loeb not done? I can't say Spider-Man, can't say Batman.
In my mind, I'm thinking Thor for mine, but Chris Samney has done a run on Thor. I might so here's what, can I change my artist if I'm doing Thor? Because if that's what I'm thinking, then I would say Matias Bergara. I would have to show you.
Yeah. Hopefully we're getting these all on screen so we can.
I'm putting all of this stuff on screen as it happens.
Beautiful.
Bergara's work is incredible. He just recently did an issue of Absolute Wonder Woman.
Oh, fun.
It's crazy good. So I would definitely choose ultimately Matias Bergara, Grant Morrison, Thor.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really interesting.
I'm going to choose a Loeb and Sale Iron Man.
Oh.
I think Jeff Loeb can do such a good, like, high society, like Agatha Christie mystery vibe.
Yeah.
Like you see in a lot of these Batman things that he's put together.
Yeah.
I think that would be so much fun. I think that Tim Sale would have had a great time drawing Iron Man. I think that Alex Ross would have had a great time painting Iron Man as well.
Right.
I mean, he's done plenty of Iron Man in the past, but like something he can focus on and do the, it's like, he's somebody who does theme really well. I mean, you see that in the, in Ross's, the whole like Hulk and Banner, duality photo, like painting, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it shows them like facing in different directions. He can, it's like he can just get that poetry across really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, doing like the Iron Man Tony Stark thing, he'd just have a ball, I think.
Well, and Ross's Iron Man is crazy. Have you seen him draw Iron Man?
Yeah.
Just shiny as all get out.
I love the texture on the suit too.
It's kind of ridiculous.
He makes it look great.
This seems to be the only Tim Sale Iron Man that I'm finding is from Hulk Gray, which is a Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
And it's the original.
Look at that. It sure is, buddy.
That's interesting. It'd be interesting to try to, look at that. There's the.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
It'd be interesting to try to see to draw the way that he might do a character like that, but he's got such a style that's like hard to imitate.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's why it would be fun though. Is like he'd be doing kind of a Rocketeer thing. Yeah. Like he's not going to be doing Invincible Iron Man like with like I can't see him. I couldn't see Sale ever doing like the nano suit or whatever.
I can't imagine him drawing any design more modern than the neoclassic suit.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
totally.
It.
Yeah. Give me the one. Yeah. With like the arms that are just normal human arms but painted yellow.
So that would be the classic suit. The neoclassic suit I think I'm getting this right. Sorry, guys, if I'm wrong.
I don't know the names of them. That's
Is
crazy.
the one where it's like that, except that he's got really thick gauntlets and really thick boots, and he's got a crotch, and then it goes out there, and then he's got really big arm, like shoulder pads.
I think I have an action figure like this.
It's my favorite Iron Man design.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Good look. Absolutely. No wonder you know the name of it. That's cool.
I feel like he would draw that one.
Do you feel,
No.
do you think,
Nothing. Oh,
you feel nothing, but
Also
do you
no.
think that comics are more or less appealing to younger audiences as comics have gone on? What comic would you most want to see a film adaptation for? What genre do you wish was more represented in comics? I got one for this,
Okay.
just right off the bat.